that I get to introduce someone who's in worse shape than I am. Here's the distinguished chairman of the Las Vegas Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Buster Frooks.
Thank you, Tammy. I'm honored to be standing here, and I rather imagine you're surprised that I am. Last time you and I were side by side, somebody stepped on my tongue. Ladies and gentlemen, folks. This man, Dean Martin, has without a doubt the warmest heart in show business. And you would too if you drank Sterno. Before we go any further, the MGM Grand Hotel has asked me to tell you something. We don't mind if you have parties in your room with a lot of scantily dressed girls running around, but please have a little consideration for your neighbors and also for me. Next time, please cover up your keyhole. On behalf of the city, on behalf of the citizens, of the folks of Las Vegas, I'm here to give our thanks to this superstar, Sandy Duncan Jr.
Sandy Duncan.
Oh. Where would Las Vegas be without you, Sammy? Probably out in the middle of some desert. You know, Snappy, Snoopy? You have many handicaps to overcome on your way to becoming the beloved star you think you are. Whenever you play Las Vegas, many people benefit financially. And may I add a finer bunch of girls you couldn't ask for. Come to think of it, I asked for one of them last night. Did you get yours? Mr. Davis, you are a great performer. The excitement you create in an audience is incredible. There they sit, spellbound, wondering if someone in your entourage is ransacking their room. From dancing for pennies to that magnificent moment when Frank Sinatra phoned down to the lobby and said, "Send the colored kid up to dance while I shave."
of the TV series CPO Shockey, which is a big hit on the NBC network, Mr. Don Rickles, ladies and gentlemen.
Frank, may I say publicly to you, is the bomb of the year. Dick Haymes would have had a turnout. It's all over, Frank. I know you don't like to hear that. It's gone. To my black brothers, Red Fox, Flip Wilson, LaWanda Page, sorry. But your whole life, your dear, wonderful, wonderful new wife, Barbara. Barbara, the one with the diamond on her nose. I have a Jewish wife. She doesn't do that. She has so much jewelry on, she can't keep her head up. Laugh, enjoy it. I'm singing in the rain. I'm singing in the rain. Genie 90, lay down. Stop annoying the people. George just went, who's 90? What's this, London? Jilly Rizzo, who gave me a break in Miami Beach. Guy said, you stink, and Jilly walked over and said, they killed the Don. It's a man that's in charge of the Italian people. Di capo, di bandi, di bendi, pupazzi di bandi, pumandi di bendi. Jews don't do that. We make a phone call, give a few dollars, and they all go away. So I didn't hold no grocery store up. And the Polish people go, any trouble? And my dear friend Jack Klugman from Quincy, one of the great actors, who said to me, get me a broad, a monkey, a dog, anybody. Get me an old moose, anything. And Ronald Reagan, our great former governor, who said to me, hey, I don't know, you should have been the president. I should have been the president. I gave him a cookie and he went away. He's a real guy. But all the great stars, Bob Hope couldn't be here tonight. He's looking for a war. You know, I never tell the truth. I exaggerate. I make fun of blacks, whites, Jews, well, Jews. We're the chosen people. We had a few bum breaks. I must admit that. The Red Sea trick. Dean, it's morning. Down. In honor of the Italian people. Softly, everybody. Good. To all of you. And to wonderful Peter Falk. Over here, Peter. Look at this side. To Ruth Buzzy, who everybody laughs at about her looks. Red dog. And Orson Welles, 30 years ago you were handsome, and now we're going to put Goodyear on your face and fly you over the beach for a half hour. Milton Berle, who kept checking with him, going, is that funny? We love you, Milton, but it's over. And LaWanda, you'll come in on Tuesday, just the furniture. The Murray Franklin's to the big lights of Las Vegas. This wonderful gentleman that we honor tonight was in my corner then, he's in my corner now. We do not dance together, we do not break bread every day together. But when I'm in his company, Dean knows this and you know this, I speak of him with love, and I tell you, we have been blessed to have such a man. Good night.
What a crowd, what a crowd. You know, beautiful, beautiful. No kidding. Yeah, great out there. Thank you very much. And I'll tell you, tonight it's nice. We got a grown-up crowd, too, you know. Yeah, I did a show last week for a bunch of teenagers. And these kids carry on today, you can't tell boys from girls. I mean, the girls that wear slacks, fellas let their hair grow. I was talking to somebody, I said, look at that teenager. What's that, a boy or a girl? He said, that's a boy, that's my son. I said, sure, you knew you're his father. He said, I'm not his father, I'm his mother. I don't know, I tell you, life isn't easy. After a while, I don't know who to believe anymore. Well, the other day I was in my bank. They got signs all over there. At this bank, you have a friend. Last month, I was 2 payments behind. My friend took away my car. I tell you, with me, nothing comes easy, nothing, you know. Well, last week I saw my dentist. Not a beauty, my dentist. I said to him, can you put in a new tooth to match my other teeth? He put in a tooth with 4 cavities. I'll tell you, last week was a rough week for me, last week. I broke up my psychiatrist, too, last week. For the first time, I told him I got suicidal tendencies. He told me from now on I have to pay in advance. Well, the first time I saw a psychiatrist, I felt like 2 cents. I was a kid. I said to him, Doc, can you help me? All day long, he's thinking I'm ugly. He made me lay on a couch, face down. I tell you, when I was a kid, I got no respect. No respect at all, you know. The time I was lost on a beach, and a cop had me look for my parents. I said to the cop, I think we'll find them. He said, I don't know, kid, there's so many places they could hide. And when I was a kid, my old man, he didn't help either, you know. The time I asked my old man if I can go ice skating on a lake, he told me to wait till it gets warmer. I'll tell you, sometimes I can't take it no more. Well, today I got 2 kids, and that's rough, too, you know. You can't talk to kids today. My boy's birthday last week. Had a little party, brought out the cake. The kid blew out all the candles. I said to him, hope your wish comes true. He said, if it does, that's the last time you'll watch me blow out candles. A smart kid I got, you know. Like the last time I took my kid to Coney Island, I asked him if he wanted to go in a crazy house. He told me to save my money, he'll be home soon. Here we are out with a couple of blondes.
Yeah. Hey, it's good to see you again. It's been a long time.
I always get a kick out of coming out here. They treat you right over here. There's one place they treat you right. You know, I leave the club. I close this week at a club in New York. But I'll be back next Monday.
You just close
September 9th.
Lock it up completely?
I lock the whole thing up for a week. Now I'll come back next Monday night, September 9th, and tell my jokes again at Dangerfield. But it's always a kick to come out here.
Yeah.
I love it out here, you know. I like to go to Vegas, too, you know.
Do you?
I'm going to Vegas for a couple of days. I always go over there. You meet so many wonderful, wonderful people in Vegas, Johnny. No idea.
Can you tell us about a few of them?
Well, last time I was there, I met a lovely girl. Oh, a lovely girl. Valerie Dubois.
Valerie Dubois.
Oh, a lovely girl. Valerie Dubois. In fact, she told me to call her VD for short.
He didn't, Valerie.
Wonderful people out in Vegas.
Yeah,
really nice. Oh, Vegas really swings. They got the gambling there, the big
Wild.
hotels and nightclubs. Oh, that's what big nightclubs they got there.
Yeah.
So it isn't really so different than the places I worked when I broke in. You know, tough places.
You work in the little joints, right?
Oh, I work tough place. You know, places like Rosario's Rocket Room. You know.
Rosario's Rocket Room. Tough.
Dominic's Atomic Bar and Grill. Oh, that was another one. Sure. Oh, Dominic, he was tough. Ooh,
Yeah.
tough, Dominic.
Tough owner.
During the show, he used to yell at the acts all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, one night a guy was singing, "Why was I born?" He yelled out, "Not to sing!" You know.
That's a real heckler, Dominic. Bad news, yeah.
I tell you, show business, you got to get the breaks. You got to get the breaks, Johnny.
I would guess so, yeah.
I never got the breaks, never.
Really?
As a kid, I never got the breaks either, never.
This has been following you all your life, you mean?
I was rough when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was a kid the first time I had my picture taken. The pony threw me. It's another one I should have
You got to
tried.
try him out of town, right? You can't bring him in.
Take him on a road to you. Take him on a road. You got to break him in. So you ever get the feeling you wasted your whole life?
Huh?
I don't know. It's not easy. I got no respect the day I was born.
Really?
No respect. The doctor picked me up and smacked me. I found out the nurse, she got a few in too, you know.
We got to take a break here, but then we'll come right back and find out how your health is, because I'm always interested.
Comes out so much, I feel like I'm doing a magic act up here.
Well, after this message of interest. If you just happen to tune in late tonight, my guests are Miss Doris Day, Carol Wayne, and we are just listening to the trials and tribulations of Mr. Rodney Dangerfield as a youngster. Sometimes I think you're putting me on, but you did come from a rather
I had a very
bad background, didn't you?
I was a lonely kid too, Johnny. Oh,
yeah,
was I lonely?
lonely, huh?
Yeah. Even in the park, I had no friends.
Really?
I remember the seesaw. I had to keep running from one end to the other. You know?
That's lonely. That's sad.
I grew up, I was lonely too, and I grew up.
Yeah.
I couldn't get dates with girls.
Girls didn't?
Trouble with girls, they go for a guy with looks. Everything is looks, you know. But this thing's more important than looks. It's underneath what counts. Soul, depth.
Right.
That's what's important, not looks. Now, how many times take a walk in the street, you see a tall, handsome man walking arm in arm with a short, fat, ugly girl? I never saw that. Did you?
Never saw that at all. Never saw that.
I thought I saw
Probably
that.
had no soul or any depth there or anything.
No, but looks don't mean nothing. Man, I got a niece, an ugly girl. She got married. She's happy. She married an ugly guy.
Right.
And today they got two very ugly kids.
Ugly kids, yes.
In fact, they're all so ugly in a family album. They only keep the negatives. I'll tell you what's more important than looks is love. You got to have love.
Love is
and
important.
I got plenty of love in me, Johnny.
That's
Plenty
the
of
main
I love
thing.
a lot of things.
Love.
I love sports, I love music, and
Right.
one of my kids.
How many kids do you have?
I got two kids. I love my
Yeah,
kids.
you know, I know
love my
that.
kids, of course, but our boy gives me trouble lately.
Yeah, really?
He's at the age now he copies everything. He sees something, he copies it, you know. This kid imitates everything.
Yeah.
That's why we got rid of the dog.
You all right? No, they're very impressionable at that age.
The peculiar feeling is your son standing there with one leg up.
Yes, I know what you mean, of course.
No
Great
offense.
But
But when you get rid of the dog, I was just kidding around, that's all, you know.
how's your health? Are you in good health?
Health, very good, very good. There's no love in the house. That hurts my
No
health.
love in the
too.
house.
Sure.
Oh. Excuse me, we weren't ready to go to health yet. Huh? I didn't know that. I see,
You know,
okay.
Sure, there's no love in the house, you know.
Ah.
You know, my wife's the easiest person to get along with. You know that.
Yeah.
Oh, my wife, you kidding? I can tell you stories of my wife sometime.
Yeah.
Or else we'll have a few drinks sometime. I'll start talking.
Really?
When I drink, I talk, you know.
I didn't-
My wife's a cold person, Johnny.
Oh,
Cold.
I'm sorry.
Well, her side of the waterbed is frozen. Very cold person. I never got love when I was a kid either.
Yeah.
My brother got the love. You know, because he was much neater than I was. My room was messed up, but didn't care. My brother's room was in order. His towel was lined up neatly, combs, brushes, hair lotions all in the right place. So what did it mean? What is he today? He's an attendant in a men's room. It didn't mean anything. It's embarrassing how your brother works in a men's room. People say, hey, Rodney, what kind of work your brother do? I don't know what to say. I tell me he's a business for himself, you know.
Yeah, that's good.
And they say, yeah, what kind of business? A big business? Well, I'll put it this way. If you closed up tomorrow, a lot of people would suffer.
That's true. That's true.
But the whole thing is, you want to be happy, do the work you like. That's what you're going to do, the work you like.
Yeah.
That's important. Do the work you like. And my friend, the doctor, Dr. Vinny Boombach.
Ah, yeah, how is
told
he?
me
How is the doctor?
the
Good
most
doctor.
important thing is never take your work home with you. A lot
Don't
of
take
guys,
your work
they
home.
take their work home with them.
Right.
There's a guy in my neighborhood, a traffic cop for 20 years, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Can't forget he's a traffic cop. Takes his work home with him. It's ridiculous. Makes love to his wife. He tells her to pull over.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. That's what you mean.
It's very bad. No idea.
But as long as you have your health, I suppose
Health
that's
is the
the main.
most important thing. You know that, Johnny. Health. I mean, you just mentioned before, but tennis. I mean, you got to cut out tennis for a while.
I
but
do,
tennis
yeah.
is very good. When you get back in shape, play tennis. It's very good. I don't play tennis. I can't play tennis.
Why's that?
I'm not the tennis type, you know.
Yeah.
Tennis, you got to be rich and come from Connecticut, you know. Hi, we're taking Dad's car. That's Deuce. You know, I can't.
Doesn't fit you.
Now, but tennis is good. That's how you lose weight. You know, you burn up energy, you lose calories that way. Or doctors say all kinds of exercise is great. You burn up energy, you lose calories. I mean, in fact, doctors say when a man makes love to a woman, he burns up energy. He loses 150 calories. I made love to a girl once. I lost even more. I lost 150 calories, my watch, and my wallet. Now, but you got to eat the right food.
Right
fish.
food,
Fish
drunk
is
fish.
very good. Fish.
Fish is important.
Seafood,
Brain
seafood,
food.
Johnny,
Yeah,
seafood.
brain food.
Very good. I know me, I love seafood.
Uh-huh.
I don't like seafood restaurants.
Oh, really?
Got no originality. They all got the same sign, you know. The fish you eat today slept last night in some bay. You know? I'll tell you, when I order fish, I'm only interested in how it's prepared. I don't care where the fish slept, if it slept, who it slept with. It makes no difference to me. In fact, I think a fish will taste much better if it was bad morally. That's how I feel about it.
An immoral fish is probably better.
Fish is very good,
Yes,
though.
yes.
I don't like classy restaurants, those classy seafood restaurants.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you order lobster before they cook it. Why did they have to show it to you for? And once I was out with a girl and I was trying to impress her. I like this girl too, Johnny.
Yeah.
I took her to a nice place, had a few drinks, relaxing, it was beautiful,
Right.
you know. Trying to impress the girl, it was nice, romantic, it was gorgeous. And the waiter came over, you know. Are these two okay? I mean, the lobster came, I was really finished. I was trying to impress the girl how manly I was. You know, I sat in a manly position, I looked at her very manly,
Right.
and then the waiter put a bib on me. I don't like classy restaurants.
You don't like classy
I
restaurants?
like to eat home.
Home.
Home, I don't have to worry about a tie and a jacket, nothing. You know, you want something else, no big production with waiters. You open a refrigerator, I see what's around.
Right.
If I got a refrigerator at home, I can't figure. It's very deceiving.
Ah.
My refrigerator, it's always full. There's nothing to eat. We got things in our refrigerator like a half a bottle of flat soda, a cup with a broken egg in it. This broken egg has been laying there for 4 months, just waiting for someone to scramble it. You know? We have one bottle of ketchup that we use. Then we have another bottle of ketchup that's almost empty. It's been there now for a year and a half. And there's one thing more in our refrigerator, a big pot, takes up a whole shelf. And the only thing that's in this big pot is a half a boiled potato.
Just sits there.
And with my wife, you know, since I'm married, after every meal I hear the same thing. Finish it, I'm only going to throw it out. Somehow I get the feeling she only gets me to eat what she's going to throw out. What's really annoying with my wife, the way she serves a meal.
Serves badly?
Terrible.
No.
I mean, you put down a steak. How do you forget the plate?
But anyway, because of the book, I was doing a lot of book signings, and one of the last ones I did a 5-hour book signing at a Walmart one Saturday afternoon. And during that 5 hours, I had a revelation, and that is, there's not a whole lot of supermodel shopping at Walmart. It's pretty much just us rednecks. You know, and we don't wear stuff because some magazine says it's the latest style. We wear stuff because it's comfortable, and if you can't look at it and keep your lunch down, that's your problem. But as kind of a spokesman for this portion of the population, I got to thinking, you know, it has reached the point where we do need a few redneck fashion tips. And I know a lot of you are sitting out there and you're like, Jeff, I don't know when it comes to fashion if I'm a supermodel or a redneck. So I came up with a few ways to help you tell. If the most expensive thing you ever bought at the mall came from the food court, you might want to pay attention. If your bra is a darker color than your shirt, you might want to pay attention. If your wife has ever dusted the furniture with your best pair of underwear, you might want to pay attention. If people can see your butt crack 24/7, you might want to listen up. If you've mastered the art of putting on makeup with your non-smoking hand while driving with your knee, you might want to pay attention. And if your thighs stop moving 30 seconds after you do, some of this might be aimed at you. All right, here we go. Redneck fashion tip number 1. Certain things should not be sold in certain sizes. If your rear end looks like 2 full-grown raccoons wrestling in a 50-pound bag of feed corn, say no to spandex. And the only place dimples are cute are on your face. This woman came up to me at the book signing. She had the biggest butt I have ever seen in my life. And you've seen these kind of people. They're like from the waist up, they're built kind of normally. And then from the waist down, it's like an explosion took place. You know, just huge. I mean, from a distance, she looked like a poodle riding a hippity hop. You know? And there's no telling how big her butt really was, because she had it packed in these jeans. I mean, it was crammed in there. I could hear the zipper crying. You got the feeling some night some guy was going to get her home, get that top button unbuttoned, and that thing was going to come flying out of there like a Navy life raft, you know. But the thing that was intriguing about her was she had this attitude like she was the hottest thing on the planet. And I love big girls that think they're sexy. Because I think guys look at them kind of like we do those rodeo bulls, you know. We're like, I bet I could ride it. But I'd probably get hurt. So anyway, I signed her books for her, and when she went to walk away, she wasn't just walking, she was strutting. I mean, you know, like popping it. And I'm watching her because I'm scared she's going to knock over some little kids or something. And my brother leaned over and tapped me on the arm. He said, that looks like two blue Volkswagens trying to pass each other on a gravel road. Certain things should not be sold in certain sizes. If your stomach blocks your view of your shoes, cover it up. The only people that should be wearing belly shirts are the people that don't have bellies. And there's no shame in having a spare tire. Just keep it in the trunk so other people don't have to look at it. And you know, those little baby spare tires are kind of cute. Tractor tires aren't. Especially when they have hair on them. Certain things should not be sold in certain sizes, and this goes to a lot of dads and uncles out here. Your shorts are supposed to be longer than your underwear. Especially if you wear tighty-whities. Nobody wants to be at the family picnic and look over at Uncle Fred sitting in a lawn chair and see anything that looks like a baby bird. And talking about shorts, I got a comment on those little cotton shorts that have the words printed on the back of them. First of all, guys, if you can't read without moving your lips, do not stare at these shorts in front of your wife or girlfriend. And for God's sakes, don't pretend you've had the cheap LASIK surgery and you can only read by using Braille, you know. But these shorts bring up my second fashion rule, and that is there has got to be an age limit on certain articles of clothing. Got to be. And with these little cotton shorts with the words on them, I think the age limit is what, 15, 16? All I'm saying is that if the veins in the back of your legs look like the street map of Greater Pittsburgh, you ain't nobody's baby doll. If your thighs look like the hood of a white Toyota van after a hailstorm, you're not juicy. You might be a terrific grandmother, you're not juicy. And this age limit rule also applies to low-cut tops on women. And you know what I'm talking about. These women that insist on showing their cleavage 30 years after anybody wants to see it. And they're always well endowed. I mean real well endowed. You know, the kind of women, if they go to hug you and you're not chewing gum, your ears are going to pop. But that cleavage cleavage line's like 3 feet long, and it's got these little wrinkles coming off of it. Looks like you're looking down into the Grand Canyon out an airplane window. And what is it? There's some women, the older they get, just the less modest they are. And everybody's done this, where you're sitting there in the morning having a cup of coffee with Granny. And she's not wearing anything but a paper-thin nightgown and a smile. Then she'll bend down to pick up something out of the floor, and suddenly you're staring at something that looks like those long balloons 4 days after the birthday party. And they ain't floating up to the ceiling, they are on the floor. Now, you could step on them and they wouldn't pop.
I grew up with you, listened to your music in high school and so forth. It just occurred to me, crazy thought this afternoon. When you're in a romantic mood and you're trying to make out, whose records do you put on? I've spent a lot of nice evenings listening to your music, and I just wonder who Frank listens to.
Oh, I play Jerry Fail or some of those.
Interesting concept.
Yes, it is. But I can answer that by telling you that in those lovely moments, I play Daphnis and Chloe, or the Sunken Cathedral, the Engulfed Cathedral, all that kind of classy jazz.
High-class
I don't
stuff,
fool
huh?
around with all that other stuff. Because...
Hey, look, I know you're going to do another number with the band, because I know you got a recording session tonight, and really, on behalf...
Yeah, here goes the evening.
Gee, you look
Hello.
good, Don.
Well, that's it for me. Why don't you guys get with the band? Hey, Frank, it's good to see you. I just was hanging around in the hall, and I said, Frank Sinatra's here, and I've never met him, you know. And I get the chills.
You'll excuse us, won't you?
Certainly, certainly.
Marco Mangananzo was hurt.
Marco Mangananzo.
Fambino Bombazzo, 2 bullets in the head Thursday. Now this you don't believe. Excuse us, Johnny, you're from the Midwest, you're busy going, is the truck loaded? Guido says hi. He hasn't had a chance to talk to you. And from Jersey City, your good friend, Bubani Umbazzo.
What's
He
his
started
alias?
his car. He started his car with your album on, and now he's a highway.
Oh, that's funny.
But I tell you, I'm a Jew and you're an Italian, and here we have what? And this is a great Irishman. This is America.
Yes. That's true.
And that's why I just want to say, before we go any further, for 14 years, Johnny Carson kept saying, do you really know Frank? And I want you to know, Frank, I worship you and I love you. I really mean this, because since I'm a kid, I used to blow in girls' ears and hear you go, la-da-da-dee, and do it my way. I need a girl so bad. I love my wife, but she's ill. But you just got married, Frank. I just can't picture him on the wedding night standing in the room going, and did it all, and I suppose it's my way. And Barbara, his wife, is going, Frank, when you get a minute. God bless you. He just got married. Hey, all the good things. This is the most exciting night in the years that I've known Johnny Carson. He started me on this show. This is the most exciting night, and so help me. It's a great night. He was even nervous because he came to me and said, and I said, da, 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 da. You are a powerhouse, and Frank, I love you. Gumbaci, Naverini, Barini, Bubazzi, Tuttati, Rinti, Bunti, Tungande, Rubante.
Can I tell a story about what this man did to me once? You may have known or heard about this. It was a true story. This is a long time ago, long before Don got married. I was eating dinner in a restaurant in New York, and I was sitting with some friends, and he came over to the table, and he said, Frank, do me a favor, will you? He said, I'm sitting with a very pretty girl, and I'm trying to make out, you know, and he said, I told her I know you, and she really doesn't believe me. Would you stop by the table? I said, all right. I was just about finished. I was down to the espresso, and finally he went back, and I walked by the table, and I said, how are you, Don? Nice to see you. He said, can't you see I'm eating, Frank? What are you doing? And I went for the whole thing. I stood with my mouth open.
I think it was, I think it was writer Pat McCormick who did this line once. A lot of guys have appropriated the line in reference to Don Rickles. He said he called Don Rickles once, but Rickles was busy. He was out walking his rat. I don't know where it came from, but would you welcome Mr. Warmth, Don Rickles.
Ole. John, you know, these kind of nights, as Bert has said, and Buddy has said, and Ed talked to you briefly, with accolades of, you know, like 11 years, and it makes my starting on the Tonight Show with you.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's back there saying, gee, you got to do good, and you got to wish Johnny luck, and what have you, you know, which we all do, you know. But I, observing in the back, say from the bottom of my heart, Johnny, you're a very wealthy man.
Remember what happened last time you said that?
I know that, but
yes.
I don't mean it in that sense. The good Lord has blessed you and your family and your lovely wife. And thank you so much, Bert. Bert is lonely. But, you know, it's a very difficult thing when Burt Reynolds, who's a very glib guy, Buddy Hackett, one of our great comedy minds, and Ed McMahon, who's at the end of the couch, annoying Buddy now saying, can't you use me in Vegas? I mean, Ed knows and I know, Johnny. Yes. You don't have a friend. You have me, John, because I still feel you're hot in the business. My career has come a long way. I am 47 years of age. You're 48, I believe.
No, I'm 47.
You're 47.
We're the same age.
We're the same age. Wonderful. So when the good Lord, when we were both born and we came from our mother's God, looked down and said, make him rich and make him struggle. And it turned out that way. I'll be off in a minute, Bert, and then you can show this outfit. But I like Bert. You know, the first, when you were away...
Don't you like me?
Huh? Honestly?
Yes.
No.
I see.
No, I adore you.
I know that.
You gave me an opportunity. You even had me. He had a little party the other night, I must say. In fairness to Buddy and Ed and Bert, he had a party for your anniversary.
Well, it wasn't really. It was just happened to fall on the same day.
No, you were married a year to Joanna.
That's right.
Correct. Your lovely wife was not here tonight, unfortunately. She's in New York with her organ and monkey. Oh, don't go, oh. He's the first one that laughs. You should see his wife. She said to me tonight on the phone, when is Johnny coming home? No, that's a joke.
Of course it is.
His mother's in Nebraska going... Again, we struck out, Pop. But she's a lovely lady.
Yes,
and,
she is.
Johnny had a little party, Bert and Buddy, at Chasen's. I can't say that.
Buddy was invited and he couldn't be there, and Bert wasn't in town.
I couldn't make it.
You weren't invited? No, you were at the Dinah Shore cooking show. No, he goes out with Dinah Shore, who's a lovely lady. I know you know that. This isn't a test. I know you know that.
Well, I read. Why are you talking to me like I don't know?
Because you annoy me. That's why. But, Bert, were you invited truthfully, Bert?
No, he wasn't in town.
He was not invited. Now, don't make a big thing. You said to me, why invite a cowboy dumbbell to one of my parties? Said this guy with the two-fisted karate baloney at the party. We don't need that. We're all lovers. And you danced, and Johnny, this is inside. For God's sakes, as Jack Benny would say. And Jack was at the party.
Yes, he
all
was.
the biggies. Freddie DeCordova. How do you say his name?
DeCordova. You kept mispronouncing it all night at the party. DeCordova.
Wonderful. Look at how the crowd got excited. Look at that. Two guys in that row dropped their pants and fired a rocket.
Which two guys? Where is that? The fellow sitting next to the black man up there, right? Yeah.
Don't press, John. You don't have to press. This is your show, and it's 11 years, and we all came here. We're missing a football game. Probably the Detroit Lions are on the 50-yard line. And what's that quarterback's name, the kid on the Lions?
Alvin.
No. You don't know football. The Rams are doing great. What's that quarterback? You played football.
Yes,
Landry, right.
Yeah.
Landry going, hot, red on blue, hot, set, hot. And the wife's saying, are we going to fool around? Shh, they're on the 50-yard line. Hot, set. And this is a big night for me, and I gave it all up to...
Just to be here.
Be here on your 11th anniversary, and Dean was great. He happened to be standing on the corner, and somebody said, psst, you got a minute? And he just wandered in here, and it's an exciting night. But, Johnny, really, I say it's our Jewish New Year. And as Buddy can say, as a fellow Jewish man, not that makes us better than anybody else. I mean, even though you did take Christmas from us. Now I can see good Catholics and people all over the world writing in saying, why did he say that? Facts. But what I say is this, that this is our new year. I'll be off in a minute. Then you can show everybody your dad's home in Florida. His dad's a sheriff in Florida standing on the highway going, can you get me a lift? Anyway, so...
What year is this? I know it's 5,000 and something.
Well, who cares? What are you, an explorer?
No, but I just wondered what officially it is.
Well, it's a dead buffalo on a monkey's ear.
57...
5734.
Wonderful. Get your winning ticket and go home early. I mean, he says it. That's before our generation. I mean, that is our year, really. We take a ram's horn and we go... And Vikings come in and burn the synagogue.
What were you doing 11 years ago?
11 years ago,
Yeah.
I was in the lounge in the Sahara Hotel,
Yes.
and I owe that to a guy called Stan Irwin and my manager, Joe Scandori, and I was in the lounge, and we used to do a show at 5 o'clock in the morning. And that's the first time I met you, and you sat at the far bar. Now, truth? Now, they think I'm kidding.
We had met before in New York, before you got to the Sahara.
That's right, when you had the daytime show, hit the clock, win a cookie.
No.
Hit the dime, hit the buzzer. What was that dumb show you had?
Well, it was called Do You Trust Your Wife?
You heard the crowd?
Yeah, well...
Everybody watched.
Kept me going for 4 years.
It sure did. And meanwhile, I was up in Connecticut at the Red Lobster watching a lobster come off the table going, don't do that, I'm Jewish. Anyway. Anyway, folks, segueing. 11 years ago, I was in the lounge, and I'll never forget when I met you. And you sat at the back lounge, and I got so nervous, as I am tonight. For the first time in the history of The Tonight Show, I say with honesty, I am nervous. Nervous not in the sense of worrying about my security as a performer, but because it's like an anniversary, a special night. I'm being very sincere about this. And I must say to you, Johnny, on behalf of my family and myself and all your fans, and this sounds like like we said in the Army,
yes, I know.
making the nose go purple. The guy went, don't go purple. But what I'm saying to you is, I thank you for making my family and yours truly get a little bit up the ladder, and I appreciate it.
Well,
God
you didn't
bless.
have to say that. But thank you.
I want to tell you, one night he's working in the lounge in the Sahara. And of course, he's hilarious. And everybody that was anybody in town that meant anything come to watch him. Guys would cut their show so they can get out in time to watch him. I mean, he was the biggest draw, and customers couldn't get in. Everybody wanted to see Rickles. And one night he gets a guy at the bar, and he's saying to him, come here, Nazi, bite the stick. Kiss the ring, Nazi. Come here, Nazi. Hey, Nazi, Nazi, I'll show you this, Nazi. Stand up. And the guy stands up. Rickles on the stage. The stage is 7 feet tall. The guy stands up, and after he stands up, he's not on the stage. He's eye to eye with Rickles. And Rickles says to him, hey, you want to spit on a Jew? wristwatch that I saved up to buy. It was a beautiful wristwatch. I wanted that wristwatch. And I took off the wristwatch, and I dove as the curtain was coming down. You know, pretty fat guy, take a run and a dive under the curtain, and I give it to him.
Really?
He thought it was a piece of garbage. He give it to the valet. I was so thrilled with him, yeah.
You did.
Yeah. I remember sitting there at 5 o'clock in the morning sometimes of that last show after you'd done 4 already.
You sit anyway.
And I'll tell you, Bert came up with Merv Griffin up in, you remember him. And he came...
He's starting to do good now.
Oh, all those guys do good, but this guy, on his anniversary, we can only say this on the anniversary. We'll not say it again. You are, without question, 11 years, hey. You know, we all make jokes about you, and I'm the first one to sit in the green room and go, oh, he's going to dumper, or he's doing good, or this or that, and I vote on you. But 11 years, I'll tell you, 11 years, get up in the morning, I look at the Lord, and I bless him for my good things. But I'll tell you, after 11 years, there is nobody better, there is nobody that can come near you, and I say with honesty, you've got it made, and God has blessed you with a lot of friends.
Well, thank you. Haggard just leaned over and says, he believed that.
You believe that?
Well, buddy knows I kid around.
Yeah?
We will take a short break here, and we'll come right back.
Wonderful.
Another great kick about doing this show, and I've said this publicly, is working with not only Ed. We've been together, Ed and I, for 15 years, but having Doc Severinsen here every night with a great group of musicians, it has been absolutely sensational. He is without a doubt one of the finest musicians in the entire world on that trumpet, and all of the guys who play in our band are superb musicians, and it's great every night to sit here and listen to them. We'll be right back.
I just went bunk.
Yeah, that means, oh, you're on.
Hey, could we give Freddie a little hand? It's your producer, but...
Well, I was going to do it, of course. As a matter of fact, everybody on this show, you know, this is a very complicated show to do. I mean,
Peter
people only
Sally.
see who's out here, but then Bobby Quinn and Peter and all the coordinators and the writers and everything, and Freddie DeCordova.
You got to stay.
It's a complicated show to put together.
And Shirley. Little
Not Shirley, but all of them. And then, you know, and what I think I know what this is for. I have been announcing for the past 4 or 5 days that Sammy Davis would be on the show tonight, and I don't want you to think that we were saying that just so you know people would say, hey, and then he doesn't show up. But Sammy apparently is ill. He's been working very hard in the NBC Follies, and they sent him home today from rehearsal out here. And this is what he sent tonight. Isn't that nice?
It's not his wreath. This is yours.
Isn't that nice? Happy anniversary. Love and peace, Sam.
I hope he's well, because we're going to...
Should have gotten that during the monologue. This one I needed that. Rest in peace.
But
No,
John,
that's very
can
nice.
I say something?
If I ever get sick, I'll send you a snake plant.
Wouldn't you
What,
say...
a snake plant? Oh, yeah, right, okay.
And like a dumbbell, he leaned over.
Yes, I answer anything.
You know, the whole secret over 11 years, when you die with monologues, when you say die in our business, doesn't he always come off funny? It's like with Bert's sense of humor. He comes off and he does, when he hosts the show and he does a monologue, goes, And that's what makes people laugh, because sometimes you get screams and sometimes you get what we call real hysterical laughter. I lay on the bed many nights and I say to the wife, we had plans tonight, but Johnny's rolling with a bad monologue. But your monologues have really become part of it. We'll be finished in a minute, Freddie. Freddie is the dumbbell that says, United
Wait.
Airlines.
I want to bring out this young lady because she has been, thank you. She was on our sketch earlier. She's our resident matinee lady. And she's going to be seen in the new NBC series, The Girl with Something Extra, which is probably one of the great understatements of the century. Would you welcome Carol Wayne? How are you? I think every year you've been with us on our anniversary, right? You were here last year when the Governor Reagan was here and everybody.
I was indeed.
Yeah.
Where was I 11 years ago?
Yeah, where were you 11 years ago?
In
What were you
high
doing?
school.
You were in high school. That really puts it in perspective, you know? You were in high school. You know what I started this show and I always think about? My oldest son, who is now through college and has been out of college for 2 years, was in the 7th grade, was entering junior high school. He's finished high school and had 4 years of college and has been out 2 years. That's kind of, and you were in high school.
You're old.
Well, it's all relative.
Yeah.
You know. You're going to be 47 someday.
Oh, I hope so.
You are now, as a matter of fact. But you will. Does that bother you to think that someday you'll grow old?
No, but I'm wondering what I'll do. I don't think I'll get character parts. Do you?
No, but you still look like you're a teenager, 1920, something in there. I know you're a little older than that.
Yeah.
Because if you were in high school 11 years ago, you have to be a little older than that.
Yeah.
Right?
What a detective.
That's right. That would have been great. I had found Shell. Ant running out of questions and answers. I only have 2 questions left after 11 years on this show, and I want to save them for the last 2 years.
You're a millionaire. What do you worry about?
Has this show been a help to you at all?
That was a good one.
Thank you. That's one of them I hadn't used.
Yes.
Has this helped your career?
Oh, yes, I'm famous. As the matinee lady.
Yeah?
Yeah.
People recognize you when they...
Oh, ask me for autographs and everything.
Do they really?
Yeah.
That's good. You have something to, in a roundabout way. Did you ever meet Bird before?
No, but I'm good friends with your ex-wife.
Well, the host blundered right in there, didn't he? I was just trying to get a little something going. I didn't know it was going to go in that direction.
Also, my collection was in his movie part.
Your collection was in his movie part?
Yeah. In the part of his movie.
Oh, you know what she's talking about?
No, I'd like to, though.
She and her husband have Indian artifacts.
Yes.
Really?
And they were the credits for The Man Who Loved Catherine.
Oh, they were beautiful. Yeah.
Yes.
Then I handled your props.
Yes.
You know, I'd give $1 million for just a straight man. Once somewhere. There's not a... What? I missed it. I see.
Well,
Please do
God,
not-
I didn't know that was there. I just found it.
I certainly hope so. You were on the competing station the other day. Somebody told me, or some time ago, doing.
Yes, I did the weather for Channel 7.
You were the weather girl.
I had 2 fronts. I had a cold
All right.
I bet you don't know graphically the difference.
I don't know graphically between what?
A cold front and a hot front.
Oh,
The
what's...
hot front has little bumps on the thing, and the cold front has big points.
You know about isobars and all that?
No, but it was raining on my husband's ex-wife in New York.
Well, the old clock on the wall has just fallen on the floor. No, really, I thank all of you for coming tonight.
Hey, on
this,
behalf of the guests,
the
can we...
start of our
Ed,
12th year.
Yes.
And
Congratulations.
No, you don't. Thank you. I'm humbled by that applause.
Quiet down! You too, Bunker. Just coming to get you.
You're kidding, I'm getting out?
Hey, about me?
Oh, gee, am I glad to be seeing the last of yous.
We'll meet again.
You want to sign these release papers?
Yeah, sure.
Sergeant, is my father all right?
Don't worry, little lady, he's fine.
There you go.
Stivik, you Polish?
Yeah, why?
Glad to know you. Pulaski, Paul Pulaski.
Oh, hi. How are you?
Yeah. What, were you born here?
Yeah, but my folks came from Krakow.
No kidding. That's where my old man comes from. How about that?
Like that?
Here he is, Sarge.
Oh, Daddy, are you all right? How'd you get here?
Trying to find your husband.
Well, they can't arrest you for that, can they?
The Sarge is waiting to see you, Bunker. Try not to be the jerk you was inside.
do you think you're talking to? Now apologize to Mr. Bunker.
Sarge, all I said was... All right. I apologize.
Sorry about that, Mr. Bunker.
Oh, it's all right, Sarge. No hard feelings. I was always a friend of the cops. Even that time when you was threatening to go on strike and everybody hated your guts. Always supported them. I always said this city would be a jungle if it wasn't for New York's finest.
Well, we try.
That's what I try to keep telling his dumb Polak son-in-law.
Dumb what?
Polak.
Say it a little louder, Arch. Sergeant Pulaski didn't hear you.
Uh-oh, I got a little bad news for you, Bunker. I'm not at all sure that your release papers are in perfect order. Callahan!
Sarge,
Bunker, I hope you realize that a big, dumb Polak like me could easily make a mistake, right?
Yes, Sarge.
Oh, Callahan, would you take these papers down to Officer Murphy and have them typed up all over again?
Officer Murphy? The one who types with one finger?
That's right, and have him be ever so careful.
Right, Sarge.
Don't worry, Bunker. With any luck at all, you should be out within 3 or 4 hours.
Here's your beer, Archie. And another sandwich, Daddy, just the way you like it.
Yeah, well, I want to tell you, Zool, you've got a lot to answer for. Especially you, Meathead. It was all your fault.
Me? What did I do?
You was born a Polak, that's what you did. That's why I had to stay in that station house for 3 hours staring at that big, dumb sergeant. Because you didn't warn me.
What did you want me to do, Arch? Send up a signal flag saying, shut your dumb mouth, Sergeant Pulaski's Polish?
Instead of being mad at Michael, you ought to thank him. He bailed you out.
How much did bail bond cost us?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing? Them bondsmen don't hand over their shekels for nothing?
Yeah, but I didn't go to a bail bondsman. I got the money from the Freedom Fund.
The which?
That's money used to free protesters who get arrested. You're out of jail courtesy of your friends, Arch. The Pinkos, the Meatheads, and the Freaks.
Just as I was going out the door, Louise asked me if I would buy 4 lottery tickets. George always buys them. And I said, yes, I could, so I did. And I put them in my purse and I forgot them. Does that answer your question?
Right, Edie. You done fine. Don't say no more. What I gotta do now is figure a way to straighten this thing out so we don't lose nothing. See that? And the first thing that's gotta happen is you two get out to the museum.
What is this, gonna be another one of your devious plots?
Don't argue with me. Hey, come on, Gloria. Get him and get him out of here.
No, Daddy, not right now. I want to wait till Mrs. Jefferson gets here so I can see the look on her face when she gets her winning ticket.
That could be 2, 3 hours from now.
Ma said they'd be here any minute.
Well, the way them people shuffle along, they'll never make it.
Will you stop with the stereotypes? Black people don't shuffle, they walk like everyone else.
Well, then will you kindly walk like everyone else and walk the hell out that door?
Fine, fine. Come on, Gloria, let's go.
Move it and take them shoes back to that store.
Okay.
And what are you doing?
Just shuffling on out, Daddy.
This is very poor there. Yeah. Good evening, folks. This is Archie Bunker talking to you from the Gardenia room of 704 Houses. All alone? I'm so all alone. There is no one here but me. All alone by the telephone, waiting for a ring, but sing-a-ling. It's awful cold in this house. You see what this is? The thermostat says 64. Jeez. Down the cellar I go, check that fuel supply. Uh-oh. Thank you, Irene Lorenzo. Well, try the old cellar door here. It's locked.
Hey, anybody, there's a guy down the cellar here.
It's not. What's this? Polish vodka. What is this doing down here? Car. Gloria and Mike. Best wishes on your wedding day. May all your troubles be little ones. Uncle Casimir. The dumbbell from Chicago. Well, Casimir, here's to you. Nothing. Ooh. That was a while coming. $100 proof. Boy, that's a blanket and a bottle.
Hey, Lord, I don't want to stay here. Are you gonna take me? Come on, take me out of this, James.
How you down there, Mr. Bunker?
Jeez, that was fast.
Oh, gee. I thought you could do anything, Lord.
I'll come through the front door.
Yeah, anything you say, Lord. I always wanted to see him come through the wall.
Wait for me.
Yeah, I'm waiting here. Hey. All right, this is it. This is it. Archie brought the signing off the last time. God is coming to take me by the hand, and the next thing you'll hear from me will be from a better world than this. I'm going with the man upstairs.
Mr. Bunker? Where are you, Mr. Bunker?
Yeah, here I am, Lord, down the cellar.
I know you're in the cellar. Where's the cellar door?
It's the one with the new lock on it, Lord.
Hang on, Mr. Bunker. I'm coming for you. Okay, I found the door. Hold on, Mr. Bunker.
All right, I'll wait for you.
Bunker?
Jeffersons was right.
Hello. Oh, damn. Oh, no, Louise, I'm sorry. It's just I was hoping it was Daddy. No, not a word yet. And we've been calling the convention headquarters up in Buffalo every hour. Nobody's seen him. It's as if he's disappeared into thin air. No, Mom's not here. She's gone down to the police station with Michael to fill out a report.
Well, call me the minute you hear anything. And try to relax, sweetie. I know you'll be hearing from him soon.
Mr. Ward, what you did is against the law. I'll be with you folks in just a minute. You understand that?
Yes, sir. Look, if I promise never to do it again, will you let me go?
Okay, Mr. Ward, but it's the last time. Now beat it.
Thank you, Sergeant. Thank you.
Sorry you had to see that, Ma.
That reminds me, Archie forgot to pack his raincoat.
Come on, honey. We've always talked things out in the past. Don't give me this silent treatment. You realize it's been hours since you said one word to me?
Oh, you want one word? I'll give you one word. Chicken.
Oh, come on.
Chicken, chicken, chicken!
Gloria!
Yeah!
You're acting childish.
No, you are. You don't even have the guts to be with your own wife when she's having your baby. You just wanted all the fun, huh? Hit and run. But when the chips are down and I need you there, where are you? Nowhere.
I was better off with the silent treatment. Gloria, try to put yourself in my place.
No, you put yourself in my place. Now, what if you were having the baby and you'd planned on me being there and then I backed out on you? What would you think of me?
I think you were a chicken like me. Gloria, just because I don't want to be in the room with you doesn't mean I don't want the baby. I want the baby.
Oh, you want a baby? Okay, chicken. Here's an egg. Go hatch one.
Oh, Mike, hi. I brought a cake over for when Sybil Gooley gets here.
Gloria's in the kitchen.
Oh, Gloria!
Oh, hi there, meathead.
Hi.
What are you so down in the mouth for? You made the right decision to stay out of that cutting room. You took my advice for once in your life. All I got to say is congratulations. Put it there. First time in 6 years I shook your hand. You've been walking around with an egg in it the whole time.